Typically, the rule of thumb is get the largest license you qualify for, because you're going to have to go through examination processes and application processes. You don't have to do it multiple times. So you kind of want to do it once and be done with it is the idea of goal. So
what does having a general contractor license actually cover?
that's a great basic introductory question, because a lot of times guys go, I want to get my GC license. And in the state of Georgia, there's actually 3 different tiers to that. And so oftentimes you have guys that have residential experience, but want to get the unlimited GC. Rarely you'll have guys who have both, but just want to do the residential if that's all they want to focus on. Typically, the rule of thumb is get the largest license you qualify for, because you're going to have to go through examination processes and application processes. You don't have to do it multiple times. So you kind of want to do it once and be done with it is the idea of goal. So it first depends on your experience and what type of work you're looking to do. So they have 3 tiers: your residential basic, your residential light commercial, and your unlimited GC. So essentially what they look for is your relevant experience in that field. And then it comes down to what you're looking to do. Like I said, sometimes you have guys that have enough experience for the unlimited, but they don't ever plan on using it. That'd be a scenario if you know for sure you're not going to be using the scope of work that's available, the unlimited. It wouldn't make sense for you to put the additional investment of your time, energy, and money for a license much larger than you'll ever need. For a lot of guys that are starting out, they've got some experience and they plan on growing their company and developing that and expanding, particularly if they're looking outside of the state of Georgia as well, then it makes sense for them to go ahead and stretch that. So you've got residential basic, residential light commercial, and then the unlimited GC, which they use something called a NASCLA accredited exam for that unlimited.
What are some of the price differences? Are there price differences when they're signing up?
Great question. So the pricing with the state as well as your exams are fairly standardized as far as your application with the state. By the way, let me put this on the front end before I forget. As of the date of us recording currently, because if I talk any pricing today and with where things have been recently, that could be totally different 6 months from now, much less 6 years from now. So that being said, the state's currently charging $200 to submit your application. The examination fees are typically $72 per exam, depending on which exam you're looking at. So that's going to be the primary focus. For all 3 of those tiers, you will have 2 exams. There's a business and law exam and then the trade portion. The other component of pricing is going to be your level of preparation. So the exams are all open book, and it is highly recommended that you bring your books in, as well as highly recommended you have those books tabbed and highlighted. The examination sites can be a little specific on how you have those tabbed and highlighted. You cannot use temporary tabs. They need to be permanent fixed tabs. You can highlight and underline, but you cannot write in the books. So really, it depends. So as of right now, the residential basic exam, there's 8 books for the trade portion, 1 book for your business and law. The residential light commercial, there's 12 books for the trade portion, 1 book for your business and law. And then the NASCLA accredited exam, there are 23 books for the trade portion. That would be that unlimited portion that not only gives you your unlimited GC in the state of Georgia, but having passed that exam gives you reciprocity in 15 other states if you plan to expand outside of that. There's 23 books for that, and then 1 for your business and law. So as you can imagine, as you tier up, as you scale up, more books equals more pricing. The good thing is Upstryve, we actually offer the books, and we actually have a service where we deliver them tapped and highlighted. So you don't have to worry about the fickle nature of some proctors saying you can bring in this book, but you can't let that book come in. We make sure they're tabbed and highlighted to the exact specifications of what the exam site allows. And we frequently do book rentals. Most of the guys that are going for the license, they've got the experience, but on the exams, there's often questions that you don't deal with on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes things that you might think are a little irrelevant, or they give you 4 possible answers and 2 better ways of doing it in your eyes and your hands-on experience. The exam is really looking for the answer that's in the book. The whole focal point of your studying is making sure you're getting familiar with the type of questions you're going to be looking at and how to navigate these books by identifying based off the question, which of my 8 books or 12 books or 23 books, depending on which tier you're at, do I need to be in? And then where do I need to be in that book, which is grabbing the permanent fixed tab, flipping to your highlighted area. When you do get to the exam site, the proctor will check those books. They're going to make sure you're not sneaking any practice exam answers or having any temporary tabs. They're going to make sure that everything's exactly how it's to spec, and you can't have any writing in the book. They'll take any writing in the book as potential code for answers. They're already letting you bring the books in, which is awesome. So they're a little bit more specific with that, and that's all done through a company called PSI.